Okay, do that again. Yeah, so it's a nice design. I encourage you to do this, the Seasons in Chalk series. I have all of them. That's the first one I've done. And the winter one I think looks nice on the gray. I just thought spring, and I had this piece of fabric in my stash. Yeah. And what I'm planning, I found this at Hobby Lobby. It's chalkboardy. So I plan on doing a flat mount on here. I'm going to paint this edge probably yellow. Pull that yellow out of there. And then put that here, and then there's room over here for something. But I think that'll look cute with that particular design. So that's how I plan on finishing it. I'm fully finishing it anyway. And since we're talking finishing, I also bought this at Hobby Lobby. Now this used to have a clock inside. I took the clock out, and there's a tab here, how far the clock went in, and then it was screwed in the back. So I bought that. Don't break. Don't break. It's not as heavy as it appears, by the way, because I was inspired by Vana. I was inspired by Priscilla and Chelsea. Somebody else showed a unique finish. Thinking of putting her in there, anemone. And if I do, I have to spray paint the outside black. Or I might put her in there. Morning Glory. Both by Nora Corbett. I'm going to play with it a little tomorrow to decide, because the weather's crummy. So I can't exactly spray paint at this point in time. My husband said that I have another project I need to do that I'll have to stain and shellac and all that. Oh, and then I'm working on finishing this one. Fully finishing this one. And let's just say it involves mirror board. Now you can all see my mess. And lights. If it works. My dad gave me this idea when I showed him the piece. He said, oh, you know, what if you... I think I figured out how I'm going to make it work. We'll see. We'll see. And I'd still do plan, probably tomorrow night, on doing the video, for those who do not have Facebook, doing the video on my conversion, what I used for what, because I haven't done that yet. And I will probably do that tomorrow night, because if they don't go deer hunting again next week, then it'll be harder for me to make a video. Usually they go the first 2 weekends, but that might not work this year for various reasons. Yeah, just leave that there. So those are my fips, the 3 fips: the Queen Anne's lace, the spring, and then what I'm going to put in that clock thingy. I haven't decided which pattern. I was thinking anemone, and then I thought, you know, if I wouldn't have to paint it if I put Morning Glory in there. There might be lights involved in that one too, because I got these lights are from Amazon, and they're called fairy lights, and I have 10 strands of them. So I might not need all of them for Queen Anne's lace, but let's move on. So when I went to Stitchy Time, they had a freebie table, and so I picked up this one, Mildred's Garden House by Blackbird's Design. I thought was really cute. It's kind of a, you know, booklet format. They do call for Gast, Classic Color Works, Weeks Dye Works, but they also give DMC equivalents. Thinking the only one that it might matter would be the house itself, and maybe the chimney that you'd want the variegated, and the door. The others I think you could just use DMC and it'd be fine. And then I also picked up this one, Liberty House. They had this one on the freebie table. This is also by Blackbird Designs. And it's interesting how they have the stars and they have the buntings around the windows, and then this is a darker blue. It's charted that way. It's purposeful. And I didn't look in here close enough to figure out why it's purposeful. But if I did this one, I don't think I would do the alphabet. I would just cut it off there and call it good. These two were on the freebie table, so they don't count against me. With regard from Stitch from Stash, let's just say I'm living life in the red and loving it. And we'll just call it good. Where do I want to jump in at? Another new start I had is this one. Oops. I've had this kitted for a little while. Glennon Place, Frosty's Carrot Caper. Frosty caught picking his nose. This is 28 count Cashel linen. And this is where I'm at. So working on that vegetable stand. It's going pretty fast. And it had a lot of back stitching, so that part will be less fun, but I don't think it'll be hard on this particular pattern. There's just a lot of it to get all the little details of the carrots and the gourds, and I'm not sure what those are. Melon? No, squash. Probably squash. And this must be garlic or onion, and then we have peppers up here. So, yeah. I started that one. Then my mom gifted me this one. This one is one of those patterns. I was listening to Andrea today, one of her videos, and she was talking about how sometimes you look at a pattern like, oh, that's nice. Yeah, I might want to stitch it someday. But then there are other patterns that kind of, yes, I want to stitch that. This one kind of grabbed me off the shelf and said, you are not leaving the store without me. My Big Toe Designs, it's called Disturb Us, Lord. It's a prayer by Sir Francis Drake. And it says, disturb us, Lord, when we are too pleased with ourselves, when our dreams have come true, because we dreamed too little when we arrived safely, because we sailed too close to the shore. Disturb us, Lord, when with the abundance of things we possess, we have lost our thirst for the waters of life. Having fallen in love with life, we have ceased to dream of eternity, and in our efforts to build a new earth, we have allowed our vision of the new heaven to dim. Disturb us, Lord, to dare more boldly to venture on wilder seas where storms will show your mastery, where losing sight of land we shall find the stars. We ask you to push back the horizons of our hopes and to push back the future in strength, courage, hope, and love. This we ask in the name of our captain, who is Jesus Christ. I really liked that. But then I looked at the fabric, and the fabric is a lakeside linen. It's 36 count. It's called Lentil. When I asked at Stitchville if they had that one, and they did, they do carry a lot of lakeside linen. I looked at the color and I thought, I don't know. But then she helped me pull the floss, and wow, these colors are absolutely amazing. I'm using one strand over 2 threads. So I started in the center. And it says on the pattern, when stitched on 36 count fabric, which this is, the design will comfortably fit a standard 16 by 20 inch frame. So yeah, I like that one. And the colors in it are just absolutely amazing. The browns, they're gassed. I think they're all gassed. And the toasted barley and parchment, moss, heirloom gold, forest glade, flax, country redwood. Isn't that one gorgeous? I haven't used that one yet. Cinders I did, or cinnamon I did. And cinder I think is the other one I have not used. But yeah. I like that one. I've been working on a gift, so I can't show you that one. It's that time of year. And so the gift has been taking up my time, otherwise I'd be stitching on this one. Or Frosty, I've been working on him too. You know what, I'm going to set this one over here too. So, what have I received? From Leslie, I ordered this September and I finally received it. It's called Uplifting Currents. It's 28 count cashel. Right? Yeah, 28 count cashel. Not pretty. I think Andromeda is going to go on that. I'm thinking Andromeda is going to go on that. And I also ordered at the same time a lily pad. This is also 28 count cashel. It's a green, but it's more spring green. It's mottled. It's definitely pretty. I'm going to thinking butterfly fairy on this one, which I already have. That pattern. And then fabrics of the month with Fiberlicious. I just received this 2 days ago. No, it was earlier this week. Maybe Monday. I get 32 count Belfast from her. And this is called Every Leaf is a Flower. Isn't that pretty? Get my board. Yeah, I'm thinking one of Nora's Pixies, but I'm not sure which one. I was thinking, well, I haven't made up my mind on that one. There's a lot I can do on that one. And then from Stitchville, I picked up a piece of Phoenix. Picture this plus. It's very, very vibrant red. And this one is for this one, the solar eclipse. Because here in her wings, this orange-red color, I think that'll help pull that out. And I actually like the browns on this one. So I don't like these little thingies in the corner. I don't quite understand what those are, so I'm not stitching those. Unless it's supposed to look like tiles. Yeah, I don't understand those. But I'm not stitching them. So I think this will look good. And then when Mom and I went to Stitchville, we picked up 28 count truffle. I picture this plus, and this one, actually I think it'll work if I go like this. This one's for tiramisu. Oh, I love that model right there. This is for tiramisu. Glennon Place. My friends gifted me the pattern and the silks for my birthday. I did look at the fabric that's called for in the design, but I thought it was too pink. And then I actually pulled fibers and I thought, that just looks too pink. And I wanted something more brown, chocolatey, mocha-y kind of brown. And this one is definitely a beautiful piece of fabric. Because that one, Tiramisu, is going to be started in January. It's one of my January starts. I have 4 starts in January, and this is one of them. I've already decided that. And then I also picked up, or the one that Pam made me buy, One Nation. Vintage Country Mocha 36 count Edinburgh. And I am going to use the DMC equivalents because I put both the DMC and then also the, what is it, Crescent Colors, Classic Colorworks on there. And they both looked fabulous, but I really like the DMC just a little more. Not just because of the price, but I did like the DMC a little more. So I have that one kitted too. Stitch Mania is going to do a stitch along next year, nifty 50 states, 50 nifty states, something along that line. And so I'm going to do this piece for that stitch along. Work on it like a week each month is my plan at this point in time. And we all know how well laid plans are. Okay, I have a list. I need to make sure that I showed everything. Oh, didn't show that, didn't show that. Yep, 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 yep. There was a discussion on, I think it was Stitch Mania. Was it Stitch Mania? Something about customer service. I'm pretty sure it was Stitch Mania. Anyway, that customer service is kind of a lost art, which is really sad. And I have to agree. Customer service in many places is lacking. But I do want to say that I ordered a piece, Cindy Sorley. I'll put a link to her group below. I ordered a piece of fabric from her, and it was very similar in a name of another piece of fabric, and I received the wrong one. So when I contacted her and said, this is the wrong one, and we figured out, yeah, the names are very, very similar, and so she's like, hey, I'll send you the right one and give you a return label. And just want to put a plug out there that Cindy has really, really good customer service. There are times that she can't respond to you because, life, she does breathe and tries to sleep and stuff. So, but yeah, I've been very, very happy ordering from her. But Kate, Cowgirl Kate, from her, she has an Etsy shop, and I'll put her Etsy shop below. Eye of the Magpie Designs. And she had a giveaway on Instagram, and I just put I can't remember what you had to say, and I won. So it's her Medieval King. And this is the one that if you've watched her videos, she has the conversion of one of the Celtic ladies. It's Arwen from Lord of the Rings, and then Aragorn. And so I won the pattern for free. Yeah, and she does explain a lot, and nice to read pattern. Yeah, here's the pattern right now. There you go. I'll copy it. Copy it. Go for it. No. But there's in this one, there's a lot of a lot of metallic, definitely. But she really does excellent job on her directions and encouragement, and you can contact her and ask her anything. There's DMC, there's Krennic, which I probably might switch. I'll probably switch that to Petite Treasure Braid. Personal preference. We'll see, because not all colors can be converted, and I do have access to Petite Treasure Braid, and I know that not everybody does. So yeah, it's really good directions and pattern. I'm not sure when I'm going to stitch him though. I was really surprised I won. I was like, really? That's kind of cool. That was really cool. And of course, during Heaven and Earth had a 50% off sale, and I've been resisting her sales, and I didn't this time. Really? Golden Dragon? I have the White Dragon started, and this is one of the companion pieces by the same designer. I don't know who I would stitch that for, which one of my boys, but this one is for one of my sons for sure, and it is the Planet Dragons. So you have Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Joe's favorite Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto, because Pluto is a planet, people. That's how I learned it. And then you have the moon circling the Earth, and you have the sun. I ordered it without the background. So my plan is this next year, when Picture This Plus has their big sale in July, I'm going to get a background fabric for that particular piece. I can't remember how big it has to be. Big. So getting it at 25% off will definitely be good, because I'd like to do that for him, because he likes them. He had such a hard time picking the which planet he liked. And then when they came out with all of them, it was like, oh, well, our question's been answered. So, from Cindy, I also ordered, because she had mentioned that the queens, something's going on with Mirabilia patterns, and Jessie Marie talked about it in her video, and Andrea talked about it in her video, I Heart Cross Stitch. I don't know, here's my perspective. I see our craft, especially with Floss Tube, growing. Nora's name's getting out of there. Mirabilia's name is getting out there. People are making conversions of the different patterns, which gets interest back in some of the older patterns, so it kind of cycles around. I don't know why Witchell won't put them out. I understand, you know, business and blah, 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 and it's not a good seller and all that, but it just seems wonky. So I ordered Queen of Freedom, because this one I definitely want to stitch, and I want to order from Cindy. I didn't this time, but I will probably next year. Order the, she has the We the People, which I'm going to do Lady of the Flag on, which I own that pattern. And then she also has Pledge of Allegiance. So that I want to put this on the pledge. That's my goal. And then Cindy had mentioned that, and I have noticed some wonky things with Mirabilia patterns on 1, 2, 3 stitch, so I totally believed her, and I said, okay, can you throw this in with that piece of fabric? Because that piece of fabric, hopefully it'll come this week, and I can get that. It's for another gift for somebody, and I want to get that done. Let's see what I got here. Oh, I have a subscription. My mom gifted me this. Oops. You guys don't need to see my address. Gifted me a subscription, so I received this, and look, I got tabs. This one I liked better than last year's, in that last year's, what really was a bummer was the finishing. The finishing looked very amateurish. Not all of them last year, but many of them. They look very amateurish, very poorly done. So I have that one, Savior is Born by My Big Toe Designs. I like this one. I think Stitcheresa's talked about that one, and I think she talked about this one too. I know she's done a flip through on all of the different designs. Oh, this one's cute, this mittens. I love how they finished that too. That is just adorable. Absolutely adorable. So I was happier with this one than last year's. I still preferred, you had to line them up 24. These wouldn't be in the best ones. 2014, I really liked that one. And then also my Big Toe Designs. These are the hymns of Christmas. O Holy Night is my favorite Christmas hymn. Do you have Way in the Manger? O come all ye faithful, God rest ye merry gentlemen, blah blah blah. Hark the herald angels sing, joy to the world. To us a child of hope is born. O little town of Bethlehem, the Prince of Peace, silent night, O come, Emmanuel, angels we have heard on high. The first Noel. I like the border on this one. This would be as big as the other one though. 110 yards. 5 yards gained. You need 22, excuse me. I'm probably going to pull from my Carrie's Creation Cottons on that one. And then I also picked this one, or my mom bought this for me. My Stitching in Me by my Big Toe Designs. Take time to stitch the day away, no matter what others have to say. Needle and thread a comfort be, my fabric, scissors, hoop, and me. Oh, I don't use a hoop. Chores and laundry all will wait. My kitchen throne I abdicate. Some comfy socks, a cup of tea. Today is about my stitching in me. And they also, on the back, if you wanted to change some of the words, they give you some options of and hours of TV or and iced coffee. And I have this piece in my stash. It's Picture This Plus Crystal Wren. I'm thinking this might look good on there. I have to remember the size. I have to double count the size, but I do like the border on that one. I didn't like the border on The Lord is My Shepherd. And then nobody knows who my favorite designer is. No, nobody would ever know that. But again, with the queens doing some weird things, I've started spring. She's not finished. I finished autumn. I had winter. So I picked up summer. Someone did a conversion of her. I think she looks a lot like the Winter Queen. Someone did a conversion of her, but I thought she used pinks in her dress. Very pretty. And then when my daughter and I went, I picked up the Christmas Queen or Royal Holiday. I think Stitching Mommy is using or stitching on this right now on her videos. Very, very pretty piece. It's been on my wish list a long time. When did it come out? It came out 2004, yeah, so it's been on my wish list a long time. But I thought, you know what, I'm going to pick it up. And then Poppy. Magnolia. Love how the lines of beads come down. I love that. Magnolia on that one. The Fiber Delicious one. Maybe Miss Lole's Dagger Wing. And I really like the boots. I love the wings. I don't like the skirt. So I think I'm going to probably change the skirt. She would look good in like a purple skirt, or pull some of these colors here in the wing, not the orangey red, but this middle color, and put that in her skirt. I love the boots though. And again, I don't like these little thingies in the corner. Not sure what those are. So I will probably change her skirt. I love her boots. And Stitchville had this one, Little Snowy Blue Church. I had never noticed them before, or maybe I did and just right over my head. This is mostly Krennic. 4 Krennics, 3 DMCs, 1 water lily, which is the trees. A lot of beads. I'm gonna have to cut this one short. I'm gonna have to redo this one.